Welcome back. Now, you're sitting comfortably. You spend half your life working for a living, so why wouldn't you do everything in your power to protect your hard-earned income now and into the future?
Yes, so financial advisor Paul Merriman of askpaul.ie is here to help you protect your money. Paul, good morning to you.
Good morning.
So we're talking about income and obviously various different incomes. The average income, you were saying, is higher than I thought.
The average income, yeah. So from the CSO figures from 2016, it's just over 45 grand a year. Not to say seems high to some people, but that's the average from the CSO figures. So my point here today is that if you take somebody earning that money over their working life, say from 25 up to maybe, say, retirement age now, which is 68, it's about 1.9 million they're going to earn. So the kind of today's theme is, what are you doing with that 1.9 million?
And how are you protecting it?
How are you protecting it? Are you going to make it work for you? Are you going to grow it with a few investments? How would you replace it if something goes wrong?
Right.
So your income is actually your biggest asset. So when I ask clients of mine what's their biggest asset, they usually say their house or their business, but it's generally your income.
Yeah.
You know, so it's very important.
Do we not say that because in terms of our income's not guaranteed because you don't know whether the job's going to be there in 5 years' time, or why do we say our house is our biggest asset?
Yeah, I think it's just an Irish thing about property, isn't it?
The gaff.
It's coming back to the house. But nobody thinks of it. I'd ask anyone that's sitting home on the couch this morning to take out their calculator on their phone and just pump in how many years they have to get to 68 and what their current salary is. And they'd probably be floored by the amount of money they're actually going to go pass through their bank account. That's a gross figure.
But Paul, there's also
tax.
people at home going, I'm going to be floored by the amount of expenses I have and the amount of outgoings, which often don't meet the income.
Yeah, and this is a very good point, because I always say to clients as well, you have to treat your own personal income like a business. So, you know, it's like a limited company, what comes in and what's going out. You have to kind of match your expenditure with your income coming in.
Are there statistics available, Paul, that tell us what the average household spend is for an average family of, say, 2 or 4?
No, not really. Look, it varies throughout the whole country. Yeah. Again, when it comes to disposable income, everyone does different things. But I suppose the main point is trying to get people to consider that if you have, and that's for one person, so if you've got a married couple, that's nearly 4 million coming in.
Right.
Now, so that's gross figures though as well, so before tax.
So how should we be protecting our biggest asset then?
So you should be protecting, the first thing we need to do is put income protection in place. I said this on the show before, I'm a big believer that everybody, especially self-employed people, Ireland is a nation built on SME businesses. We have over 284,000 SME businesses in Ireland. And there's a very small amount of them protected with income protection. They don't get any state benefit without work for sickness or anything like that. So that's the first thing. The next thing you have to do is plan to replace it. So if you're on 45k and you get to retirement age, you're dropping to 12,000 on the state pension. It's going to be a massive drop. So you should really put plans in place with tax incentives to help you kind of have something there when you get to retirement age.
And it's like all the advice that you've given us over the years is that the earlier you start,
earlier you start, the better. The earlier you start, the better. I suppose the next thing then is growing it. So when you earn income, you should be able to grow it for yourself. So what I mean by that is investing it. You know, so putting it away somewhere, not just putting on deposit. Maybe getting involved and speaking to a financial advisor, qualified financial advisor, about how to invest your money, how to get a better return, and making your money work for you. Even through pensions, it's just a normal investment account as well.
What are the hottest investments right now? If people do have a sum of money or an inheritance
or whatever. It depends on your risk profile. So a good financial advisor will take you through a risk profile, and they generally go from level 1 to 7. Most clients that come to see me would be in the kind of category of they're in deposit and they just want to get a little bit of extra. So Zurich, for example, have a very, very good fund that I think is about 3.2% over the last 5 years, called a Supercap fund. That's a really low-risk fund. It's never had a negative over the last kind of 40 years. Phenomenal fund. Irish Life had this fund called MAPS. 31 million a week went into it last year from investors in Ireland.
31 million a week?
Into their MAPS funds, So people are doing it. So, like, people are investing money and making good returns.
And in most of these, are you locking the money away for a particular window of time,
no,
Paul?
Again, some of the funds have really good access where you can access your money at any stage. Now, obviously, if you're investing, stocks and shares will increase and decrease in value at some point in time. So the idea is that you need to give an investment plan in about 5 years to get an average return of in and around the 6%. But the point is, if I gave somebody tomorrow, somebody won the lotto tomorrow and they got 1.9 million or 4 million to a household, they'd seek financial advice. But that's what you're doing with your income. You really need to sit down. And then when it comes, there's loads of different caveats in this. When you sit down and you look at trying to grow your income, you could be paying 41% on your interest, you could be paying 37% with dirt rate, or you're paying 33%. So there's a massive difference how you're taxed on your growth as well.
Just very quickly, Paul, because we're killed for time. There are tax benefits as well. I know through pensions, obviously, there's tax benefits, but like, just very quickly, in terms of income protection, do we get any tax relief on that?
There's tax relief on your income protection benefit as well. So you get tax relief on that as well. So the revenue basically help you pay to protect your income.
Because it's in your interest and it's in theirs as well.
Every time he comes in, he leaves, and you and I go, God, we must get that sorted.
Really sort that out, yeah.
And we don't see him again for another month. Then we see him again. Paul, thanks, pal.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paul.
Thanks,
now stay with us. We must have summer styles on the catwalk next.